مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أحمد أبو العلا with you, grade 11 reading video. Pupils book page 58-59. Now we will discuss in pairs and in groups these questions. What is the underlying theme of these cartoons? What message are they trying to get across? What other causes of ocean pollution can you think of? Look at these cartoons and try to answer the questions. Now you will read and listen to the text. Try to scan and follow it.
4B. Reading. Ocean pollution. Our oceans and seas are very valuable to us, and we rely heavily on them for food, air, natural resources, transport and recreation. They are, however, being threatened by ocean pollution, which has become increasingly worse in recent years. In fact, our oceans and seas have now reached a critical point. There are so many sources of ocean pollution and the damage is so great that it seems highly unlikely that we will be able to reverse the situation. To begin with, one of the main causes of ocean and sea pollution is rubbish. Rubbish can be dumped by boats and ships in open waters, carried from land by strong winds, or carried down rivers and waterways. Once in the ocean, it is very hard to clean up and becomes not simply unpleasant, but also a threat to the environment, wildlife, and even humankind. The most immediate effect of this rubbish is that it presents a physical danger. Marine animals are frequently injured or killed when they become caught in plastic objects. Moreover, they often mistake pieces of rubbish for food and eat them. Plastic rubbish in particular contains toxic chemicals, which build up in the food chain and eventually end up on our plates in the fish we eat. Oil spills are also a major cause of ocean and sea pollution. Although oil sometimes escapes from the ocean floor after earthquakes, oil spills are largely due to human activity. Accidents often occur during the drilling for oil, as well as during the transport and processing of it. Crude oil is extremely difficult to clean up, and because it is highly toxic, it has a destructive effect on marine life. It forms a thin layer on the surface of the water, which prevents oxygen from getting through. This is especially harmful to shallow marine habitats and species living near the coast. In addition, marine animals, for instance seals, whales and dolphins, which need to come to the surface to breathe, become covered in oil. This has a negative impact on their health, behavior, and ability to reproduce. Another rather unexpected source of ocean and sea pollution is noise pollution. Noise can be heard for miles in oceans and seas because it travels much faster and farther in water than it does in air. Noise pollution comes not only from ship and boat traffic, but also from human activities, such as underwater drilling and mining for natural resources, and the building of bridges. It has very serious consequences for marine life. First of all, small fish and crustaceans cannot survive in a noisy environment. As a result, their numbers decrease dramatically when there is an increase in noise levels in their habitats. What is more, a lot of larger marine animals communicate through sound. If noise levels are high, they cannot hear each other. This affects their ability to communicate, hunt, migrate, and produce young, and thus poses a significant threat to their survival. In conclusion, there are many causes of ocean pollution, and they are clearly having a devastating effect on marine life. It is evident that if we do not take measures soon to improve the situation, our oceans and seas will, before long, become inhospitable to life. How much time do you think we have before one of our most valuable resources here on Earth is lost?
Read the text on the right and choose from the options. Provide the main purpose of the text. The text aims to outline the writer's opinion on an issue of concern. Number 2, persuade the reader to adopt a specific view on an issue. 3, recommend a specific course of action to deal with a problem. 4, outline the main reasons for something and the resulting effects. Number 5, discuss the advantage and disadvantage of a specific course of action. The answer is number 4. Outline the main reasons for something and the resulting effects. Yes. And now read the text carefully and answer the questions. Choose A, B, or C or D. We have 5 questions. The first question is, how does the writer feel about the issue? How does the writer feel about the issue? Turn to the text and try to find the answer in it. The first one is discouraged. The feeling of the writer is discouraged. Number 2, what is not true? Not true of the rubbish found in oceans and seas. It comes from different sources. It is dangerous for humans. It is easy to manage once it reaches open waters. It often travels a long distance before it gets to open waters. The answer is, it is easy to manage once it reaches open waters. Number 3, according to the writer, what ends up on our plates? The toxic chemicals that exist in rubbish, fish that died from plastic they consumed. Number C, pieces of rubbish that we mistake for food. Number D, small plastic objects. The answer is the toxic chemicals that exist in rubbish. Number 4, according to the writer, what is true of oil spills? They can occur naturally. They eventually clear up on their own. They are only caused by human activities in the oceans. Number D, the oil that has been spilled eventually settles on the seabed. The answer is they can occur naturally. Number 5. What does the writer say about noise pollution? It leads to an increase in fish populations. It is a surprising source of ocean pollution. C. Larger marine animals are not affected by it. D. Its effects are limited to areas where human activity takes place. Yes, it is a surprising source of ocean pollution. Okay? And now, look at the highlighted words in the text and match them with their meanings A to H. Then check your answers using a dictionary. We have 8 words and 8 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Try to match between the two with their meanings. Recreation, dump, frequently, destructive, mining, consequence, dramatically, measure. Reaction. What is the meaning or what is the sentence that will match with reaction? Number B. Reaction means leisure activities. Leisure activities. Number 2, dump. What the meaning of dump? Number G. Dump, to throw something away quickly and carelessly. Number 3, frequently. What is the sentence that will match with frequently? D. Very often. Very often. Number 4, destructive. Destructive means number H, causing harm, injury, or damage. Number 5, mining means A, the activity of digging in the ground to remove valuable minerals. Yes. Number 6, consequence. What is the meaning of consequence? C, the effect or result of a situation, often negative. Often negative. Number 7, dramatically. F, in a way that is sudden, obvious, or surprising. Number 8, measure. E, an official action or step that you take to deal with a situation. And now look at the underlined words, phrases in the text and place them in the correct category of linking words, phrases below. Yes, listing points. Firstly, in the first place, and so on. Firstly, in the first place, to begin with, first of all, secondly, thirdly, finally. One, a second, a third, aspect, point, activity, last but not least, all these listing points. All these listing points. Now adding points. Furthermore, moreover, also, in addition, what is more, apart from, this, apart from this, besides, another point worth mentioning is another aspect or another point, another activity is, yes, giving examples. For example, in particular, for instance, and such as, particularly, especially. You should learn these words very well. It will help you to answer the questions in the examination. And now look at the underlined words, phrases in the text and place them in the correct category of linking words, phrases below to complete the previous exercise. Contrasting. Contrasting, on the other hand, however, although, while, whereas, nevertheless. This is contrasting. Expressing result or consequence. For this reason, therefore, as a result, thus, in this, that case, consequently, as a consequence. Summing up, to sum up, in conclusion, all in all, on the whole, taking everything into account, in short, brief, yes. Read the essay again and do the activities that follow. Choose the outline the writer uses in his or her essay. Outline 1, outline 2. In the introduction, causes 1, 2, and 3 effects. Causes 1 effects, causes 2 effects, causes 3 effects, conclusion here and conclusion here. Yes. Find the rhetorical question the writer uses in his or her essay. What purpose does this question serve? You should learn this question. How much time do you think we have before one of our most valuable resources here on earth is lost? This rhetorical question. Rhetorical questions are used to make a point, draw the reader's attention to something important, and make him or her think. The job of the rhetorical question is used to make a point, draw the reader's attention to something important, and make him or her think. Discuss in pairs or group. What measures do you think we need to take to effectively deal with the problem of ocean pollution? Thanks for watching the video.
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.